Hi guys, Steph here. Now, today I got up and today's a special day because it's this young lady's birthday today, my granddaughter Mia. So what I did a homemade card, this particular one, and I decided, right, she's a special young lady, so I'm going to get a special pen to sign it. Now, what I did, I went through some of my pens and I thought, right, which is the best one to use, and basically, I forgot I had this one. But as you can see from the box, it's a Parker pen, and obviously a vintage. Now, if I open the pen up, yay, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. So, let's take it out of the case. Unfortunately, I don't think this is an original case, although, well, obviously it's an original Parker case, but not for this particular pen. But it'll suffice to keep it in good condition and to look after it. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolutely gorgeous Parker 51 Insignia fountain pen. Now, all of a sudden I can hear people say, no, it's not, that's not a Parker Insignia, it's the Parker 51 Signet. Now, it's not. The Signet, I believe, or Parker introduced the Parker 51 Signet around, I believe, around about 1948, and it went through to around about 10 years later, about 1958, and later on what they did, they actually changed the name from the Signet to the Insignia. Now this one, because I've restored it quite a while ago, I say restored it, it didn't need much doing, it's in absolutely superb condition, but this particular one, the nib inside is dated 1958, so I'm pretty confident saying this particular one is one of the later ones, and it's the 1958 Parker 51 Insignia. Now, as you know, I've done you lots of other Parker 51 videos. I've shown you all the different colours. I've not actually shown you one of these, so again, because I brought the pen out this morning, I thought, right, let's find a little bit of time, let's do a video for you. So, the Parker 51 Signet, this particular one, or this model, comes in, well, it's actually, I'll just show you in a moment, in 1 in 10 12 carat rolled gold. This particular one is made in England, and the insignias are actually vertical. They have vertical lines, should I say, that taper to the end here and taper to the top of the cap. Now, let's keep it nice and still, and let's see if we can actually pick that up for you. So it has sort of a bunch of lines there. You can see where the barrel is, and what happens, as I say, it sort of tapers up to the top in one line, and again that applies to the barrel. Very difficult to show you this because of it's actually, as I say, it's gold, or rolled gold should I say, which is difficult to video, but I'm hoping you can catch that, the lines coming or tapering into a single line to the very end there. The size of this particular pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, approximately 139 millimeters capped. Around the barrel here, approximately 12 millimeters in diameter. And again, if we show you to the top there, you can see the very recognizable grey jewel to the top of the cap there, and let's show you the clip to the top there, because again, with a lot of Parkers, the clips actually differ. You've got the blue triangles, etc., but this particular one is quite a short clip with the standard, what we term as a standard arrow clip, like so. Now, if we show you the bottom of the cap there, you can see the lines a little bit more clearly there, but what we've got there, we've got the word Parker to the very front of the cap, and then if we turn it round, you'll see it's got the sort of the Parker halo to the top there with the arrow going through it, and then underneath, as I said earlier, we've got 1 in 10 12 carat rolled gold, and again, this particular one made in England. So, excuse me. So all in all, an absolutely superb example. There's no dings, there's no dents. The pattern is actually still quite pronounced to the touch, whereas some of them, obviously, because they get used, they wear. This particular one, as you feel it with your fingers, the lines are still quite prominent, as I say, to the touch. Now if we take off the cap, which you all know just is a simple slip cap, and let's give you some different angles, let's give you a twirl. An absolutely superb pen. As I say, some people, this particular one I believe is the Insignia. The early ones were called the Signet. Among collectors it can be a little bit confusing because some of them call it the Signet and some of them call them the Insignia. As I say, this particular one I believe is the Insignia. So let's put the cap down like so. Let's take you to the top of the barrel, and hopefully one of the things that you'll notice is the clutch ring there to this particular model. The clutch ring, again, a little bit difficult to film because it's this gold. You'll notice that the clutch ring is all gold, or I think in these particular cases they're actually a gold wash, but the clutch ring, as opposed to some of the 51s which are just a sort of a chrome coloured metal, this particular one is all gold. So a lovely little touch for these particular pens. If we show you the section there, you can see it's got the standard Parker 51 section, this long section here, again in beautiful condition. Let's show you a sideways view, and let's take you underneath there. Again, I serviced this one a long time ago. It's been sat there, unfortunately. It's a real shame because it's not getting used. It's an absolutely beautiful example. Now, one thing I didn't mention, this particular pen is what we term as a aerometric filling system, which again I've shown you on other pens. You'll see it's got the very recognisable sort of black knob to the end of the filling system there, and it's got this sort of aluminium sack protector. Now there you go, if you can look at the sack there, you can see this particular sack is actually lovely and clean. These, what they term as ply glass sacks, were, well, they were designed, I believe, to last about 30 years. But as you can see, this particular pen is 50 60 years old, and it's still nice and clean. And what we'll do in a moment, we'll show you it's in working order as well. So they lasted a long time, and most of the 51s you pick up nowadays, the sack is still in perfect working order. Now let's show you the sort of the imprint on this sack protector. Again, it says something like, well, if we turn it over, you've got the Parker there. I'm trying to look over the camera. Parker 51, as I say, there. And if we turn it round, it says to fill something or other. I think it's 4 times on this particular one. Let's keep it nice and still. You people can actually see it hopefully better than I can, but you've got the filling instructions, as I say, to the sack protector there. Now, I know you people love these pens and love to see them writing, so let's bring on some ink. And we don't need to tell you, we've told you many times, all we do is dip the section in the ink, press on this bar here numerous times, and again you can see at the moment there's no, well, as I say, the sack is nice and clear, so hopefully if we go, there you go, I'm hoping you could hear them lovely sort of bubbling sounds. That's exactly what we want to hear. Let's give it a wipe. Let's pop it to one side, and I think you can see now, you can see it's not as clear, so it takes quite a capacity of ink into the pen there. Let's pop the barrel back on. Let's bring on some paper, and well, this is the first time it's been written since I've pulled it out of the drawer, so let's see how it goes. So what we have is a Parker. As we said, this one is the 51, and again, as I said, this is the Insignia. Okay, the Insignia, we're dating this particular pen from 1958. As I said, the nib on this particular one, if I remember rightly, is also dated 1958, which corresponds to the date of the pen. An absolutely gorgeous writer, as you would expect with a Parker 51. One of the things you don't expect from a Parker 51 is a Flexi Nib. I've not actually seen a Parker 51 with a Flexi Nib as yet, but this particular one, absolutely gorgeous, as you would expect. Writing with, I don't know, let's say, I would say maybe a fine to a medium line. All in all, very nice to write with, lovely and smooth, as you would expect from a Parker 51. So there's a writing sample. Okay, absolutely gorgeous writer, and as we said, as you would expect from this particular pen, lovely and smooth, a lovely and smooth writer. So let's pop the cap back on. So I hope I've shown you sort of the basics. Incidentally, as I said earlier, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, you've got this sort of halo to the top of the imprint to the top there, which I believe was brought in by Parker around about 1958. So again, that gives us an indication of the age of this particular pen. All in all, absolutely gorgeous. As I said, no dings, no dents. Well, in my opinion, one of the best examples I've seen. I hope you've enjoyed looking at it as much as I enjoy showing them to you. I'll go now and write my granddaughter's card with this special pen because, as I said, she's a special young lady. Don't forget, leave a comment and, well, yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, don't be shy. But for now, I'll just simply say bye-bye now.